Best free multiplayer games on Steam. The best free games on Steam should not be discounted. While they may come without the high-end graphics or big production of more expensive games, you can still enjoy them just as much. In today's video, we'll be looking for the best free multiplayer games on Steam. Some of the most played titles out there are free PC games, since you don't have to open your pocketbook to get started. Putting together a computer setup is already very pricey, especially if you've invested in the best gaming mouse or the best gaming keyboard. And constantly paying for the best PC games can catch up to your wallet. So, while you wait between paychecks for that next paid adventure, you can dig into the best free titles on Steam. To help you find that next no-cost title, we've gathered some excellent free games on Steam to start playing on your gaming PC. They're so engrossing, you might start wondering why you spent so much money collecting all those other games. 1. Path of Exile. If you're a fan of games like Diablo and want to find a way to scratch that itch while waiting for the next installment, Path of Exile is going to be a sure win in your book. This top-down dungeon raiding action RPG focuses on character customization and has enough content to keep you playing for years to come. The community for Path of Exile is also huge, opening doors for you to forge friendships online. The game really amps up the complexity the longer you play, allowing for layers of varied content. It's a format familiar to folk who play other dungeon delivers, and the massive variety should feel overwhelming, but it doesn't. The freedom you're granted means that the game is only as complex as you play it. You can adhere to convention and take off on an adventure to kill, loot and sneak your way through, or simply take things at your own pace and create your own personal hideout. Best of all, this ever-changing experience is completely free. 2. Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Despite rapidly approaching 20 years of age, Counter-Strike Global Offensive is still one of the most popular multiplayer first-person shooter games, owing to frequent updates and a dedicated player base. Even if you've never played it yourself, chances are you're aware of pop culture sayings like Rush B leaking into the general gamer community. Two opposing teams comprising of terrorists and counter-terrorists compete in various game modes, such as securing a location to plant or defuse a bomb and rescuing or capturing hostages. Though other modes such as Deathmatch are available for people who just want to try and practice their stealthy knife skills. The format is familiar and easy to pick, as given this is one of the OG games to predate styles, such as the Battle Royale genre popular today. If you're jaded by titles such as Overwatch or Call of Duty titles that require you to buy the game, this FPS classic is a great free-to-play alternative. Just don't flashbang your teammates. 3. Idle Big Devil. This idle RPG game has already gotten a lot of raving reviews from Steam gamers, making it one of the best free games on Steam. While it is an idle game, which lets you progress through the game without much interaction, there's a lot of stuff to do while you wait, so it never gets boring. You also get a ton of free currency in the initial play, giving new players a chance to progress quickly. In Idle Big Devil, you're appointed by the king as the lord of killing the undead and creatures possessed by evil spirits. You do so with the aid of a total of 5 heroes whom you recruit yourself throughout the course of the game. As you travel a continent, you can participate in different events that allow you to collect loot, as well as complete daily tasks that reward you with prizes. You can also gather resources to power up your heroes and upgrade your castle. Idle Big Devil does get a bit complicated and harder as you progress, and you will get to a point where you have to decide whether to spend money or endure a slower progression in the game. However, this game can be completely free to play if you choose not to spend money. 4. Paladins Champions of the Realm. Paladins launched just after a certain team-based shooter from Blizzard, and it's hard not to see the similarities. Still, that doesn't mean Hi-Rez Studios' free-to-play FPS isn't worth your time. It just means you get to play something that's often just as fun and rewarding without forcing you to break the bank with a full game price. With a menagerie of characters to choose from known as champions, each match offers an objective-based experience that feels more like AAA fare than other free-to-play shooters. Paladins includes everything from Overwatch-style payload defense / offense to a survival mode akin to the popular Battle Royale subgenre, made popular by PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds in Fortnite. It offers a consistently enjoyable and rewarding place to spend your time, even if it's a tad derivative. It's free to play on Steam, and there's no need to sink any money into it as long as you're willing to grind for the first few hours. 5. Crusader Kings 2. We've all fantasized about what it would be like to roam Europe in the Middle Ages. Well, with Crusader Kings 2, You can do exactly that, playing a Christian lord looking to expand and preserve his dynasty, while the whole continent is in turmoil. And it's not just invaders you have to worry about. Your vassals and courtiers are also busy plotting against you too. You'll also introduce laws, make friends with other nobles, and defend your religion against the heretics. Whatever decision you make, just remember that this is a game of strategy. So even the smallest ones can affect whether or not your dynasty will survive the Dark Ages. If you fancy playing with friends, this game has a competitive multiplayer mode, so you can play with up to 32 other players, making it the best free games on Steam if you want to spend some quality time with loved ones. 6. WARFACE Blackout. Free-to-play shooters, in their more traditional, deathmatch-esque form, are often a hit-and-miss affair. But despite all those polished AAA offerings from the likes of Activision and EA, Crytek Kiev has managed to put together a robust little FPS that can be just as exciting and enjoyable as many other entries in the bullet-ridden genre. WARFACE Blackout offers 4 classes to choose from, with weapons, gear, attachments, and specific skills tied to each one. Having the right balance of classes in your squad adds a more Battlefield-style teamwork ethic, especially when engineers can repair armor and snipers can pull off game-changing one-shot kills. After 4 years of rotation on the field, WARFACE has also honed its online economy, neatly offering you the ability to spend in-game currency on a rental system that lets you test out guns and gear before investing time and cash into your own version. 7. Art of War Red Tides. Are you looking for a MOBA spin-off that's light on the RTS elements, but deep enough to keep you engaged through every match? Well, we've got just the free-to-play beauty for you. Art of War Red Tides takes the classic MOBA structure, funneling you down a channel with loads of units as you attempt to destroy a base at the other end, but strips out all the busy work in between. It might not appeal to the hardcore among us, but for those looking to replicate the relaxed involvement of a mobile title at your PC, this is right up your alley. That's not to say it's a spectator title. You'll still need to survey the battlefield and use your energy reserves to build units to counter those already on the field. There are a trio of modes available, but it's in the 3v3 mode the setup works best, with matches often coming down to which team pulls off the best combo. 8. Warframe. Okay, so the word war features quite a lot in some of the best and most popular free-to-play titles, but that's because few things are as fun to wage when you're spending no money. Another such example is Warframe, an online melee brawler/shooter that's evolved into one of the most enjoyable games on PC. Putting you in control of a sword-wielding space ninja, yes, it's as cool as it sounds. The game feels like a cross between For Honor and Destiny 2, with modes offering PvE and PvP matches to keep you engaged. There's even a story mode, and it's actually pretty fun, if a little repetitive in places. Developer Digital Extremes has also been dedicated to Warframe, rolling out regular updates and events that offer new upgrades and expansion on its rich lore. It may have floundered on consoles, but Warframe is one of the best examples of how to do the best free games on Steam right. If you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing for more.